والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم ومن والاه. اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما، وأرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه، واجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه، وأدخلنا برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين. اللهم آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. Dear brothers, we live on this earth forgetting one major thing that we have to face. Same one like going to school, and at the end of the graduation, he's gonna get a certificate. We live this on this earth as we are studying and learning, and at the end of this life, we're gonna get a death certificate. That's our graduation. Are we gonna pass with the good grades, or are we gonna fail? This is the certificate we should be looking for, not any other certificate. Malak al-Maut, when he came to Nuh alayhi salam, he asked him, what do you think about this dunya, about this life? He said, this life is like someone built a house with two doors. He entered from one door and he left from the other. Imagine Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, he lived in da'wah, only in da'wah 950 years. Some scholars says he lived 1,000 years, so we're not quite sure, but let's say 1,000 years. If 1,000 years in da'wah and living, and he look at dunya like if you enter from one door and you left from the other. So what about us? So Malak al-Maut told him, what about those ummah that comes in at the end of this life, that lives between 60 and 70 years, and few of them who pass this age? He said, oh, if I knew, or if I am one of those people, I will open my grave, I will build my grave, and I'll make one sajda, waiting for my death to come. That's all it takes for him. So we are here, we're not even building anything. All we're building is, everything we're building is on this earth. We have plans for years to come. We have plans for our lives, our kids, our grandkids. We wanna buy a new house, build a new house, 2 living rooms, how many bedrooms. That's all we're concerned about, how much money we have in the bank. And instead of that, we need to build our home that we're going to, not that we are here. Because Sulaiman bin Abdul Malik asked his scholar, he said, why we are afraid of death? And the scholar, he told him, because we are building our houses and life on earth, but we made our future houses destroyed. Like we build the houses, بنينا الدنيا وخربنا الآخرة. So who wants to go from a building or a nice place to a bad place? Nobody does. So that's why if you want to really go from a good place to a bad place, you have to switch that, brothers. So you have to make buildings, houses into the akhirah. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam قال زوروا المقابر فإنها ترقق القلوب القاسية وتذكر بالآخرة. He said, visit the cemetery because it makes your heart softer and it reminds you of the hereafter. And in one of those hadith, even if it was ضعيف, ولكن الرسول asked Abu Dharr al-Ghafari. He said, well, what do you like in this dunya? The three things that you like in this dunya. He told him, no one else, none of us will choose those three things. He said, I like al-ju' wal-marad wal-maut. Does any one of us likes those? Hunger, sickness, and death. Everybody was surprised and he asked him, why, Ya Abu Dharr? He said, because sickness, al-ju' liyarqa qalbi. So when you are hungry and you are starving, your heart will soften. Why? Because you feel about those other people that has no food, has no shelter, and that's one of the reasons, or the major reasons, that we actually fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala katab alayna as-siyam, so we can feel and appreciate all these others that has no food and have no shelter. So this is for hunger. And sickness, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He make you sick, He will يغفر لك ذنوبك. So He will forgive your sins. So, and the death is because I wanted to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See the way He looks at it? He looks at it from the positive way. And there's another hadith who says, من أحب لقاء الله أحب الله لقاءه. Whoever wants or love to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love to meet Him. So why we are afraid of going there or even thinking about it? Every time you talk, you know, in public or with friends about death, it's like, oh, excuse me, don't talk about that. كالشر بعيد. والله. It's like it's a shar, it's not a, it's a khair. ولكن في أحد الأحاديث also, one of the, it says that الموت هو تحفة المؤمن. It's our peace, brothers and sisters. It's peace for the mu'min people. When Malak al-Maut comes to take your soul away, he will stand above your head. And when he takes your soul, he says, أخرجي أيتها الروح الطيبة. Get out that pure soul from this body. What a nice say to say when someone is dying. But if he was a bad person with all these bad deeds, what does it say? He asked him, أخرجي أيتها الروح الخبيثة. The stinky, the bad soul from this body. إلى ربك في سجيل. ولكن الروح الطيبة, the pure life, it goes into عليين. So, I'm asking brothers and sisters, can hear me. We need to build our future houses. We know people that plans for 20 years, 30 years ahead of time, and you hear their death maybe in the same day or the next day. So death does not wait for anybody. He has no time or place or age. It happens when you at least expect it. And that's why we always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala بأن أحسن خواتمنا. Ameen Rabbal Alameen. And also we make dua to say Allahumma خفف أو هون علينا سكرات الموت. Make our سكرات الموت easy for us. So اللهم هون علينا ضمة القبر. When we go down in graves, brothers, you know what ضمة القبر? When the land or the earth catch you or presses you, it's like all your bodies goes into different directions. Your bones, it goes into different directions.
It's for the kafir.
Well, it does for both, but one for the mu'min, it says اشتقت إليك.
Like the mother over here.
Exactly.
Nice way.
Right, but see, if Sa'd ibn Mu'adh الذي اهتز له عرش الرحمن, the Arsh of Rahman shakes for Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, the ard, the land or the grave اهتز. I mean, ضمة بقول لك الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لو نجا منها سعد لنجي منه كل أحد. So if Sa'd ibn Mu'adh can escape from that Dhamma, everybody will be escaped. But no one on earth is going to be dumb, is going to be depressed in the grave. So we need, brothers, to start preparing for our future houses. And I'm not asking you to forget about this dunya. ولا تنسى نصيبك من الدنيا. ولكن the graduation, the degree that you should be looking for with pass grade, and the best grade that you can go to meet Rasul wa Ashabahu sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best grade that you can get. So اللهم استرنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك. اللهم هون علينا سكرات الموت. اللهم هون علينا ضمة القبر. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم أعيننا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. وصلى اللهم وصلي وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله.